Hi, very unglamorous appearance right now, I know. And I'm in a spine flare, so I'm not looking the flashiest and I feel pretty crap. Sorry, holding my head up is a lot at the moment. I thought that this weekend would be a good opportunity to do a little vlog. What have I got happening this weekend? Not much, to be honest, except that on Sunday, my new bed is going to be delivered and set up. It's an electric bed. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll still need some positional pillows, but way less. It's going to be heaps better. Kia ora. Nau mai, haere mai, hello and welcome. I am Kate. With all my content, I try to share some of what life is like for a takatapui with multiple dynamic disabilities and foster safe and supportive community for anyone who relates or who is learning about these ways of life. On this channel, I share informative as well as candid videos about my life, my disabilities, and my communities. I hope you'll stick around, maybe hit the like button, maybe even subscribe. Let's get into it. So yeah, let's vlog this weekend. Let's give you guys a look inside what a lot of my life actually looks like, which I don't really share much of anymore because people seem to like to pick at it or pick on it. Plus, there's other great things going on, and as you'll see, I only have so much energy and capacity to create things, and I try to make those things focus on positives or learning. But I think a smattering of reality here and there is a good reminder to all the people out there whose lives also look like this. It's okay. I have to remind myself of that so often. And actually sharing it here and there helps me remind myself of that. And I hope it helps remind you guys too. If your life looks like this vlog does, that's okay. You're not a failure. You're not lazy. You're just doing your best against some hardship. I do really like these glasses. These are just blue light blocking glasses from Kmart, but I like these frames more than both of my prescription pairs. So I thought I'd just show you all of the little tools that I use to make it possible for me to carry on with everything I can, but when my body's just really not working. So for starters, I am propped up on my, I don't know if I can show it to you very well, but I'm propped up on my wedge pillow plus 3 other pillows as well as postural pillows and cushions. I've got my electric heat pad on my neck, trying to relax those muscles. I've got my blue light glasses. That's to try and help me sleep at night. I put them on. So I use the Rise Sleep app, and one of the many things that app does is calculate when you need to start blocking blue light and use dim light. So it sends me a little notification and that buzzes on my watch. Pop the glasses on. The other things that I do for wind down for sleep, usually I would cut off my caffeine. Once again, when the Rise app calculates is the right time to do that. Usually tends to be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I also have my night medications. So the only prescription one that I have at night is my antipsychotic. I do have my CBD as well, that is prescription. So I have CBD oil, I have my antipsychotic, and then I also have my my antihistamine spray. Again, that is prescription, but it's one you can just get over the counter. Yeah, then I also take a magnesium tart cherry. It's this magnesium vitamin compound. I honestly don't know if I've noticed much of a difference since I started using it about a month ago. Yeah, no comment on that one as of yet. Turn the camera around. Again, posture pillows. I have a bed lever on this side of the bed as well as on this side of the bed. That is great so that I can pull and push on either side of the bed when I've got really weak core and reduced arm strength as I do at the moment that's essential. It helps me sort of wiggle from side to side and like pull myself up in that. I have my overbed table, which I freaking love. I love this table. It goes up and down, it tilts on an angle. I actually have it customized with, I can't really lift my arms high enough at the moment, but I have it customized with like a glitter tabletop. You know what, you can never really see it anyway because I always have stuff all over it. I've got multi-board with chargers for absolutely everything on there. And I try and keep all the essentials within arm's reach. So I have multiple drink bottles all filled with electrolyte sports drinks, just made from sachets. That helps keep my blood pressure up and my hydration up, which keeps my heart rate down. Travel cup, I have all my drinks in that travel cup because I can carry it in my wheelchair, and also I am prone to spills. I have my TV up on the wall. It's a 24-inch Kogan smart Google Smart TV. Really, really basic. It only cost me I think $180. And the sound on it is terrible. It's on a basic wall mount, but it was an upgrade from watching everything on my iPad or my laptop, and I switched to the TV because it, as you see, it's on the perfect angle for where I'm positioned right now, and where I'm positioned right now is essential for avoiding spine flares like the one I happen to be in today. But yeah, I mean, this would be my life all the time if I didn't make a full-time effort to really control my postural habits. So switching from the laptop, which was on a stand over here, to the TV up on the wall has been really important. If I can pull myself up. Oh my god, sitting up has made me so dizzy. I'll do this quickly. So I'm gonna turn my big light off. This is my smart light bulbs. Am I gonna turn it off? Yeah, let's turn it off. Dimming it right down doesn't make much of a difference either way. And then I have that, holy shit, that lamp and this lamp, my chair, my sideboard, got my absorbent mat on the ground, the fan on, but I also have the controls for the heater in reach. That pretty much sums it. Let me start with that pea because I take my orange juice on it. Yeah. Alright, okay. See you later. Bye. Hello friends. It's actually 1 PM, so I have been just chilling this morning watching Wanda Sykes and Taylor Tomlinson comedy specials on Netflix. But yeah, my grandmother has just been. She was just coming around to check on me instead of a lunchtime carer, and she brought coffee and we shared a cinnamon scroll, and she's cut up some fruit and veg for me, and we had a cup of coffee together, just idle chat. It was nice. She's gone now, and I am going to have to sit up a bit and try and actually get some stuff done. I've got a bunch of recordings I should listen to, see where I'm at with my progress on our new songs. I've also got some emails I need to respond to, some messages I need to respond to, and some more editing and stuff that I'm going to chip away at. Honestly, I don't know how much of it I'm going to get done. It's really like working from bed when you've got limited movement or high pain. Like, it sounds good, it sounds easy, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find it really, really hard to like merge that work headspace with the bed environment. Like, because that's stuff that I much prefer to be sitting up and at a table with the iPad out, like focused on this stuff, and trying to bring that headspace into this restful bed recovery environment is actually harder than it sounds. We'll see how much I can get done. But also, obviously, with this situation I'm in, I do need to recover, which means that I do need to take it easy, and I do need to rest and allow my body to heal. So it's a balance. Okay, so this day has been a failure, really. I have realized that I don't have it in me to get anything productive done. I've tried, and it's just not happening. I try and sit upright, and I'm dizzy, and I'm weak, and I'm tired, and I'm sore, and I think I just have to admit that today is pretty much just going to be about recovery. And that's embarrassing to admit, that I have days where I am this useless. And yes, I do panic about being lazy, and I panic about not trying hard enough. But all the panic and worry and shame in the world is not going to change the reality that I'm useless today, and I need to recover. Because it's not a motivation issue, and it's not a work ethic issue. It's an energy and pain issue, and that is embarrassing to admit, but it shouldn't be. And I came to this online community because I was seeing my life unfold this way, and I didn't know how to reconcile it for myself, and I didn't know any ways for managing it. And this community completely changed my view on the situation, on myself, on the world, and helped me so much. So I think every now and then it's important that I check in and remind people, hey, a lot of my life still looks like this, as much as I wish it didn't. And I try really hard to get rid of these days. They just keep coming. So I'm going to have a nap, and I will try again later. Maybe there will be an hour or two I can redeem from this evening. But for now, I am beat, and I am calling it. I'm going to have a nap. Me again. I somehow feel more tired after my nap than I think I did before. I don't know, sometimes that happens, right? Like, you think, oh, I'm kind of tired, I'm going to have a rest. And then you go to have a rest, and your body's like, oh, yeah, by the way, that's right. I'm way more tired than you had realized. And now that I've had a taste of this rest and this sleep, I'm going to need you to give me a whole lot more of it than you wanted to. It happens. If I do wake up enough and find enough energy somehow, I really, really do want to get some productive stuff done today. We'll see. Tomorrow we can reassess, but today my body has to come first. Good morning, friends. It's a bit different. It is another absolutely beautiful day. We've had a run of them, and I'm not in my bed, which is nice. Yeah, I was improving throughout yesterday in terms of my strength. I don't want to say anything and jinx it, but yeah, I improved a bit over yesterday, and I had a good sleep, and I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. My bed is already stripped and clear and ready to be taken away. Not because I'm super organised, but because my catheter leaked big time in the night. It came detached at the valve, so I was just peeing all over the bed for like 3 hours. Having a V, and I'm going to try and get some work done. I haven't heard from my mum yet what time they're expecting to be here with the new bed, but I have texted her. So I'm just going to make the most of the morning. Oh, look at that. Bed's here. Just setting it up in my room right now. That's the old one. New one. Well, the new bed is here, and it's set up, and the old one's in the garage is all done. And my mum and her partner, who so very kindly helped do that today, they've just left. And the timing is great because I'm very tired. And, well, not very tired. I'm tired and I'm very sore. I'm going to make some lunch, and then I'm going to jump in my new bed and have some food and have a rest. The new bed. And the controls for the new bed. It was so funny. Mum tried the bed. She was the first to try it, and she tries the zero gravity, and she's looking at my TV and the position that it's in. She's like, oh, I just want to binge watch a series from here. She's like, my whole body feels so light, so free. And I'm like, yep, that's what it does. I've spent a lot of time in hospital beds, and that's what it does. but it was much more novel for her. It was very funny to watch. Okay, so I've got some lunch. I've got iced coffee, big bowl of fruit and veggies, and these beautiful little steak cubes that I do in the air fryer. I don't like eating meat that much, but I do once a week or so eat these steak cubes, this red meat, because the anemia that I get and have had my whole life, it's the only thing that makes any impact on my iron levels is red meat. I've tried everything, and I can't take oral supplements because they mess with my gut too much. So in between infusions, I do my best to just eat some red meat regularly. But otherwise, sorry, otherwise I don't really eat meat, and that's another whole thing we're not going to get into. But I'm on my new bed, so I'm going to try it out. The bed is amazing. It's really, really great, and I'm so grateful. The story behind this bed, so why have I got this bed now, and why do we choose to buy one instead of getting a hospital bed funded by the Ministry of Health, by Whatuora? So I had been talking and working with my OT like a whole year ago about the pain that I was getting when I was resting. I'd have to have my spine in certain positions and trying to like prop myself up and do more than just lie there and stare at the ceiling. It was putting pressure on my hips, my knees in weird angles, and I was kind of like twisting, and my shoulders would get sore supporting my head. And so I was having a lot of pain like that. And a year ago, the OT was like, well, a hospital bed is an option, but there's also these posture pillows that we could try. And I opted to try the posture pillows first because I didn't want to get too used to needing a hospital bed, because I really like the freedom of being able to stay with family and sleep in any bed. I already was finding it hard to be away from the posture pillows that I did have, my wedge pillow and that. And I thought like, I don't know, if I have a hospital bed at home, that's going to deter me from staying with family, from traveling away. Like, it's going to make it a bigger deal to go away and stay with people. And I really like that freedom and that adventure. I didn't want any more even slight barriers in the way of that. So I was like, let's try the posture pillows first, because also those are portable. I can just take those with me if I go away. So for the last year, I've been using the posture pillows. They kind of work, but I was also never quite able to find a position that was just right. And I kept dislocating my shoulders and my elbows, repositioning them, because they're not light, they're quite heavy. They got like dense foam and beans and stuff in them, and they're heavy. And I was twisting around and I was leaning and trying to balance, and yeah, so I was hurting myself constantly repositioning the pillows. And it was also a lot of pillows, so it was like 9+ cushions, pillows, wedges on my bed all the time. Every time my mum came to see me, she'd see all these pillows on the bed, and she's like, where do you go? There's no space for you with all these pillows. And I kept trying to explain to her, I'm like, a plain flat bed is not suitable for me. I need the extra support, and I spend so much time resting in this bed. I don't just sleep in the bed, I also rest in the bed, and I have no choice but to do a lot of that because of the state of my spine. And I kept explaining this to her, and she was like, yeah, I get it, but surely there's a better way. And so eventually she called me up one day and she's like, I want to buy you an electric bed. And I was like, what? What do you mean you want to buy me one? She's like, I do. Your Oma found one secondhand recently and it actually looked really good, and it was only $1,000, and if you could find a deal like that, then I'd be happy to pay for that for you, and you can just have that, and it can be a gift from me to you. I was like, wow, okay. Thank you, but I don't know. So I talked to my OT, and I talked to my physio, and I talked to my flatmate, and I kept talking to mum, and I talked to my Oma. I talked to everybody that I could who I thought might have some sort of expertise or knowledge on the situation. And the consensus was that, yeah, I think if we're going to look for one secondhand. Why that instead of a hospital bed? 2 reasons. The hospital beds have different mattresses. They're not like normal mattresses. They're like a dense foam mattress with like a a slick cover on it. I don't like those mattresses. And I slept on those mattresses for years in hospital, and it's not very nice to ever have to sleep on them again. It reminds me of the worst times of my life. So yeah, I didn't want that mattress. I also didn't want my room to look like a hospital room or a hospice room. I'm not ready for that yet. And these like privately bought like electric beds, they just look like normal beds. Like you can't tell them apart until you move them and you use the controls and you change the position. But flat down, the bed just looks normal. Looks like it, you know, it has a much more normal mattress, feels like a normal bed, looks like a normal bed. And that was important to me. And we decided that, yeah, it would totally be worth it, because I was injuring myself repositioning the pillows, and it would save energy, it would save my spine a lot better, and it would mean I would probably have better sleep, which would mean that I'd have less pain and more energy. Like, it was a very easy choice in the end. Like, yep, I'm gonna try and buy one. So we searched around for several weeks and we eventually found one. It was in Tauranga, which is about 8 hours north of here, but I have an auntie who lives there, so she went and picked it up, and she's had it in storage for a few months, and it just came down on a truck with my Oma's kitchen yesterday. So they shoved it in the back of the station wagon and brought it up here, and now I have it. But yeah, that's the story of why I've got this bed, and it's going to do everything we hoped it would. And I'm just so grateful to my mum. I gave her a hug today when she was leaving, and I was like, thank you. She goes, you're most welcome, Sweet Pea. She calls me Sweet Pea. You're most welcome, Sweet Pea. It's my gift to you, and it's yours now. I don't want to have any type of ownership over it. It's yours, it's your bed. You can take it with you wherever you go, wherever you end up next. And if you ever find that you have to move it on, just move it on. Don't need to pay me back. She's like, it's for you. And I'm happy to be able to do this for you. I'm like, oh, it's 10 to 8, Sunday night. You've seen a restful weekend. And yeah, sometimes I have weekends even more restful than this. And I get very embarrassed by that. And I kind of hide away and feel ashamed. But to be honest, sometimes my life looks like this. Quite a bit of the time my life looks like this. And I know there are so many people for whom life also looks like this. And there's nothing we can do about it except our best. So yeah, I will sign off this vlog for the night, and I'll see you in the next video. Ka kite anō.